Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Cap Nation Live. Wednesday, free premium play edition for all who participate. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have everybody here. Ready to rock, ready to roll. Ready to have a good day. Aaron, what's going on? Who else is here? Mauricio tuning in. Aaron, Mr. Ramcharan. Who Dat Bob, Max from Germany, Robert S., Raymond, Henry Warden, Shane tuning in, Trainwreck tuning in, everybody tuning in. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Ready to have some fun today. It's definitely going to be a busy day. We'll go over all of that here in just a minute, including a full recap of everything we did yesterday, including free plays going 2-0, personal plays going 2-0, premium plays starting out 2-0, and then faltering going 2-2 after opening up 2-0. That always sucks. Bear with me one quick second. It is a beautiful day today. It is raining outside. The weather is nice. The AC is still blowing. We're giving away premium plays to everybody that makes a minimum $15 donation towards the Navy SEAL Foundation, which is absolutely awesome. It's been a while since we did it. It's actually been too long since we did it. And glad to be doing it again. This time it's a little bit different on how we do it. That way it's a lot less work. That way I can do the actual live shows and don't have to spend it activating a million people's accounts. Who Dat Bob? Mr. Warden says North Carolina all day yesterday. Absolutely. Mauricio says thumbs up. Yes, sir. Thumbs up. We definitely appreciate it when you do. Callie Alexander Black says, come on, Canes. Shane says North Carolina money line tonight. Jesse says, come on, Clemson. Mr. Grover says, afternoon, sir. Great idea with the donation day. I jumped on it. Definitely. Trainwreck, appreciate it. Everybody that so far that has participated. It's absolutely awesome, the outpour support every single time we do it. And I'm going to be honest, I think the last time we did it was in September. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. You know, and we were doing the Navy SEAL Foundation donations once a quarter. And I don't know why we stopped. There's no specific reason. I think you simply get busy in life, and that's unexcusable. That's unexcusable. We're all here betting. We're all here doing something, and the least that we can do as the sports service, and myself personally, is continue to push brand awareness for the Navy SEAL Foundation, their amazing cause, and do what we can to help raise money for them. So we will be back to making our donation days with them. We're going to definitely try and keep it at least a minimum minimum once a quarter event. So that means we'll be doing it at least 4 times a year, hopefully more. We have our package in with them to become an official partner and donation raiser. That way we can do more than just these little donation days that we do right here. So that is the goal, to be able to do some bigger events. And that's what's coming up in the future, especially with the Oakland Raiders coming to town. Definitely going to be looking to do something big on a much broader scale for the Navy SEAL Foundation. So, but until the meantime, raising money for the Navy SEAL Foundation. What it is if you want to receive all of our premium plays, and you guys are going to hear me say this multiple times a day today, but if you guys want to receive today's premium plays for free on the house, all of our premium plays, not just one, but all, make a minimum $15 donation or more to the Navy SEAL Foundation, and we will give you all of our premium plays on the house today. And before, we used to send you to their website, then you had to take a screenshot, then you had to email it to me, and then I never got to break down any games because I spent literally all day, every day that we did it, activating accounts, keeping track. So when you partner up with the Navy SEAL Foundation officially, they require you to take the payments, you to send over, fill out this awesome form, as well as provide itemized spreadsheet and accounting logs that are audited to show where every penny came from and from whom. So that's a lot easier to do than the way we were doing it. So I'm super pumped because now it's a lot less work, which means I could do more promoting and more helping you guys than anything. As Brian said, a lot easier to donate. Every dollar still goes towards it. Every penny still goes towards it, which is awesome. Which is absolutely awesome. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Even if you're on premium plays, if you still want to donate and help join the cause, it's greatly appreciated. And it is noted. And all of that good stuff. And we have just a tremendous outreach of support from all of you guys, let me tell you. And it's so far, it's been pretty good. We kind of did it on a surprise, and so far, so good. I think we have a little over 40 donations so far, or 39 donations so far. So we've raised a little bit of money so far, and I expect that number to be well over 100 by time the day is done. So I think we're right around the easier for me to track the dollar amount too, but I think we're right around the $700 mark. Might be a tad bit more as of right now, but I expect to do anywhere from, I think we're normally right around $1,200 to $1,500 every time we did it, but I expect to be right around the same, if not more. I mean, at the average that we're doing right now, we should definitely blow past that one. And it's always fun. Thank you, Mr. Grover. I do appreciate it. This is a great job of the donation day. This is one of the many reasons we trust you, sir. Thank you. Thomas, I do appreciate it. Jack Olson says, love it, Kyle. Jeff, what's going on? Prantia, thank you as well to everybody for your generous donations towards the Navy SEAL Foundation. Amaris, good morning. Kip, good morning. It says tip of the cap for a worthy cause. I do appreciate it. I'm wearing my Navy SEAL Foundation t-shirt. And it's definitely going to be a busy day. That's for sure. Also, they are running a promotion that goes not hand in hand, but they have Matthew S. says, we want a free gimme game. Then go make a $10 or $15 donation or more to the Navy SEAL Foundation, and you'll get 3 gimme games with our premium plays. They're also running, and I wouldn't say it's bad timing. It's actually good timing, but they're running. It's probably our #1 seller. Alex, did I shave my stash on behalf of my Navy SEAL? No, I was tired of my wife telling me I looked hideous, my daughter running from me, or my daughter laughing at me, and the dog running away. But they're doing they brought it back. As of right now, it's for today only. I'm going to see if I can get it an extra day, but I can't promise. But it is 1 week of premium plays or 1 week of my personal plays for $99. You guys know how this one goes. This is the killer deal. Now, if you do that and you donate to the Navy SEAL Foundation, you will not start your actual 7 days until tomorrow. So you end up with the donation day plus the 7 days. So they're not stealing a day from you because of that. So that's a good one. So if you're on the fence about jumping on board or you think you need to renew early, killer deal. Killer deal for that one. So you can pick up a week. You can buy it, and just so you know, you can buy it many times. So if you want a month, buy it 4 times. But it's only going to be there until the end of today. You know, you want 2 months, buy it 8 times. It doesn't get any cheaper than that. Mr. Bayer, good morning. Mr. Watson said that's a great deal to get a day of premiums. Absolutely. And it definitely helps a great cause. Who dat Bob, thank you as well for your generous donation. Joseph as well. Everybody else, I can't hit everybody because we'll be here forever and won't get any breakdowns. But need to jump into the breakdowns because why? We've got early action rolling on, all right? We've got games starting. The fun is now. The fun is now, folks, all right? And let me tell you, I absolutely am stoked for what we've got going on, not just today, but the rest of the week. If you're on my personal plays, don't worry. You have not missed anything. I did not send them out yet. They'll be sent out as soon as we're done with this live show. Joseph, thank you for renewing for a week of my personal plays, sir. I see you also made a very nice and generous donation to the Navy SEAL Foundation. Today will not count. Your donation day will not count towards one of your 7 days. So thank you, sir, if you are watching. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second, folks. Two, 8. Oop, hold on 1 second, guys. Count 5D2. All right. Kyle Bogart, what is going on? Sean Motley says, I won. Told y'all, just made more picks for today. Congratulations. Glad that you won. I hope everybody wins every single day. Shane says, Oklahoma State, keep rolling, question mark. Thomas Grover says, it's also a great way for new people to try Cappers Nation and see how you help them make money. I do agree, sir. It's definitely a great way for new clients or people that have never signed up with us to sign up with us. As of right now, I can tell you that we have had 6 new people sign up on the website. 5 made generous donations. 1 has not just yet. But everybody so far has been absolutely awesome. And it's going to be a good time. Keith, thank you, sir, for your generous donation as well to the Navy SEAL Foundation. Kyle says UNC wins today and Kansas State covers. Shane says TCU Moneyline is a great pick. Sean says Delaware State won. Kelly Alexander Black says Liverpool Moneyline and PSG Dortmund both to score. Jeff says Iowa State without their top 2 players. Cowboys cover, in my opinion. All right, I know we got a video screen that is at sucker. There we go, ready to rock, ready to roll. And we're going to have some fun today. All right, we're definitely going to have some fun today. We're going to be breaking down as much of the action as we can. And I look forward to it. I look forward to it. Alrighty. So what we're going to do now, Keith equals Quip. I saw the last names, but thank you. And again, thank you to everybody. Everybody else that keeps donating as well. Brian, thanks for jumping on board a week of my personal plays as well. Glad to have you on board, brother. Alexandra, thank you for your generous donation to the Navy SEAL Foundation. As well as Brian, I know you donated as well. To everybody. Donations are coming in. Absolutely awesome. So, what do we got planned for today? Well, Sacramento State is up by 4 at the half against Weber State, 30-26. Clemson is out to a 5-point lead, beating Miami of Florida 15-10 with 8 minutes to go in the first half. A very low-scoring game. And then, in 36 minutes, we've got St. Joe's and George Mason. And then at the 2 o'clock Eastern time mark, we get a couple of games. Pitt and NC State, Idaho and Southern Utah facing off as well. Shane says, I hope some of you took Hartford last night. So we're going to jump right into the game day breakdowns. We're going to start with the St. Joe's and George Mason game. All right, we're going to start with the St. Joe's and George Mason game. That will be the first one that we do. We're going to go right down the list. We're going to try and get as many of these done as possible. And for everybody that doesn't know, we will be live again at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 Pacific, for a second live show. So it's going to be a very busy day today. Very busy day today. And for everybody that doesn't know or that is not aware, I do have my game of the week that will be tomorrow. Okay? My game of the week is tomorrow. My personal play game of the week is tomorrow. If you were on it last week, you will be getting it tomorrow, absolutely free. It will be posted on the website later on this evening. So it should definitely be a great week. Chino says, thanks for the free winner yesterday, Kyle. You're very, very welcome. Free plays ended up going 2-0 yesterday. Daily free play on North Carolina laying the 4 was a nice winner. as well as Prairie View laying 12, smashing Alabama A&M. That was a nice winner there. That was a premium play. The other premium play, we had Hofstra on the money line, minus $1.20. That was a winner there. And then we switched to the NBA, and we should have just stayed in college hoops all day yesterday because we opened up 2-0 and then faltered late. Dallas falling to San Antonio, and the Lakers not only failing to cover, but failing in the entire game. Against Brooklyn. So that one stunk it up there. 2-2 there. NHL package went 1-1. We lost a minus 110 over the Flyers game, but it's okay. We hammered the New York Rangers at plus 160, smashing the Dallas Stars. They were up to a 4-0 lead. They ended up winning the game 4-2. So we smashed that one. And as long as you bet the Rangers, you made some good money yesterday in the NHL. My personal plays finally had the sweeping of the board that we have been accustomed to for so many times, but that has been eluding us as of late. So a nice 2-0 day, sweeping the board yesterday on my personal plays. I had the Celtics on the money line, as well as Southern University in 9.5 against Alabama State. So that was nice yesterday. Taking a look at the live show yesterday. And what we did during the live show. The very first live show, we ended up splitting out, going 3-3 on leans in the very first live show. Marlon Dean Drew, can I get your personal plays if I donate $15 today? No, you cannot get my personal plays for $15 donation today. You can purchase a package, $99 on sale, get you an entire week. Or you can still, because we take care of everybody on our premium plays, you can still make a generous donation to the Navy SEAL Foundation for just being a just cause. Alex, thank you for jumping on board as well. Now, the second live show in the afternoon yesterday was where the money was made. We barely missed a 4-0 because of the Hofstra Northeastern game not going over the total of 135. And I even said in that game, in that breakdown, if you guys remember, that I thought it was going to be real close, one way or another, decided by a couple buckets. And but I definitely lean towards the over. Unfortunately, that couple buckets was on the underside. So while we thought it was going to go over 135, we got to 131. We knew it would be within a couple buckets. Unfortunately, we were on the wrong side of the couple buckets. However, we did hammer Gonzaga laying the 9. And yes, in typical Gonzaga fashion, they continued the beatdown over St. Mary's, beating them all 3 times this year by, I think, an average of 20 points. We also hammered the St. Mary's Gonzaga over 143. They got us to 150. And Texas Southern laying 4. They beat Grambling State by 13. So 3-1 on the second show. Overall leans ended up going 6-4. Another winning day on the live show leans. The first show we dropped Wake Forest plus the 2.5, although we won the over 137.5. We also gave out a lean on North Carolina, Virginia Tech under 142.5. Easy winner there. Notre Dame, North Dakota State laying the 6 against North Dakota. Easy winner there. We did drop Fairfield plus the 2.5 and UIC plus the 4.5. We will eat our words on that one, thinking that UIC was the play, but in typical Northern Kentucky fashion, winning by 9. The team that I love to bet so much, they definitely stuck it to us for going the other side. Brian, good morning. Sean says going with Oregon State today. Coriel, hey Kyle, what's up? Going to be a good day. No, sir, it's going to be a great day. Not just a good day, a great day. We're here. We're alive. We've got some amazing premium plays that we're putting out for everybody today. We've got my personal plays that are going to be off the hook again today, just like yesterday's 2-0. And we're also raising money for an amazing cause in the Navy SEAL Foundation. And if you want to get today's premium plays, for anybody out there wants to get today's premium plays, you can get them absolutely free by making a minimum $15 donation to the Navy SEAL Foundation. And instructions are in the description of this video, or it's very simple, based on their what they require when you partner up. Just go to our website, click the donate tab in the upper right hand corner. If the donate tab is not there, that means we have shut it down for the day, and we'll do that once premium plays are all gone, meaning they've all tipped off. So around 5 p.m. my time will be the last time that you'll be able to donate. So it's super easy. Just click that little box, put in your dollar amount. It's a minimum of $15, maximum whatever you want. And we're going to do a little bonus for the one who donates the most today as well. Brian R. says, good morning, Kyle. Thank you for what you do, and supporting our military means a lot from one veteran to another. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, this is definitely one cause that I donate a lot throughout the year to various organizations, Make-A-Wish Foundation, you name it. I donate. I do a lot to outdoors organizations that, fight for, keeping land open, and, because I am an outdoorsman, hunting, fishing, off-roader. But as well as, some charities for children and stuff, and veterans, the Hunter 7 Foundation. But the Navy SEAL Foundation is definitely one that's definitely close to heart, and an amazing cause. So it's something that I'm absolutely honored to be able to do and participate in. DJ Wave says, good morning, bro, and fellow viewers. Thank you for serving and the cause. Going to take the bookies. God bless. Absolutely, we are. And again, thank you, Brian, as well as all the other veterans out there, both here in the United States, as well as our brothers up in Canada and our allies around the world. So, Nathan, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. You got a good book if they honored it. Because I'll tell you one thing, most would not honor it. Most would not honor it. So you did, you slipped a good one in there. Good deal. But yeah, I'm sure if you would have went and, hey, yeah, I want to put 20K on it, they would have caught it, and it wouldn't have went through. If it would have lost, they would have kept your money at that point, and if it would have won, they probably would have just refunded your bet amount. Alrighty, so put out a daily free play video yesterday. Put out a daily free play video yesterday for today. So today's daily free play in the NBA is up. It was up later last night. And we're going to continue to keep the videos coming out in a timely manner like that for you guys. That way we can keep as many people on our free plays as possible. So if you missed that video, make sure you check that one out at some point. Edwin, thank you for your generous donation to the Navy SEAL Foundation. Enjoy those premium plays today on the house, as well as everybody else that's donated as well. I can tell you this much, folks. We are up to 45 donations so far, and a little over 800. Eddie Sports Money, yes sir, thank you. I just gave you the tip of the cap, and thank you for donating your very generous donation. Kip says, thanks for working hard. I hope you don't run out of gas. See, the way we're doing it now for the donation, it is so much easier. For everybody that was with us last year and watching the videos and donating, you guys saw how insane it was when we did donation day. What you had to do before, you had to go to their website, you donated through their website, you had to take a screenshot, then you had to send it a screenshot to me, then you had to create an account, or even if then you had to email me your account, then I had to email you. And literally during the live shows, I was literally like this. Yep, your account's active. Yep, your account's active. Yes, sir, your account's active. Thank you for donating. Your account's active. I mean, it was literally nonstop, 3-hour action pack, just activating accounts. Now I'm actually going to have the privilege of being able to actually break down games because it's all automated now on our website. Daryl, thank you for making your very generous donation. Cedric, thank you to you as well. Alex, thank you for your very generous donation as well. I know you're new to our website, so to be able to see how we work and get premium plays, how they're automated and all of that good stuff, and how we take care of all of our clients. And just because you guys are donating doesn't mean you guys aren't our clients. You're definitely our clients for the day. And we will take care of you one way or another. We will make sure that you make money today. If for some reason premium plays for some reason didn't make money today, you'll get them tomorrow. You'll get them tomorrow, all for donating to a great cause. But again, we're winning today. We are winning today. Weber State pulling back. Weber State pulling back. Down by 1. Miami tying it up. We are going to start breaking down this game real quick. Give me one quick second, though, folks. Give me one quick second. And then we're going to get the game day breakdown rolling. Just have to activate an account real quick. And then we will be good to go. And we're going to start this game day breakdown that starts the game starting in just 21 minutes. Alrighty. Alrighty, folks. Let's get this game day breakdown started, and let's get the party started. Let's get the party started because we got a busy day. Now, I shouldn't have to pull myself away to activate too many accounts today like we used to do with Navy SEAL Donation Day, but it's going to come a time where I have to do a few here and a few there. Shane, does anyone like Kansas to win it all? I think Kansas is definitely a good buy to win it all. Jeffrey, thank you, sir, for jumping on board our donation day. Tina as well, thank you for jumping on board our donation day. And enjoy those free premium plays on the house. Mr. Ramcharan as well. Thank you for jumping on board the donation day. It's always a pleasure to have you as well as everybody else. Peter Wins his nice play yesterday on Prairie View, sir. You're very welcome. Christopher Bayer says Miami is on a 11-0 run. They are now up 21-7. All All right, let's get this first game day breakdown underway. St. Joseph's, guys, facing off against George Mason Patriots. If you are looking for the game number on this one, you don't have to go too far. Just go to our website, cappersdirect.com, click on the odds, and you will get the fastest, most real-time, accurate odds anywhere, absolutely free. Game 639, 640. George Mason opening up as a 4.5-point favorite. That line is up to 5. And folks, it was moving. I see it at 5.5 at DraftKings, 5.5 Bovada. Everywhere else seems to be at 5. Total opened up at 144. It is down 2 full points to 142. Although Bovada and Caesars just bumped it down to 141.5. When you're taking a look at the Hawks, guys, at St. Joseph's, if you're not aware, this is a disaster of a program, 6-25. However, they did beat Fordham and they did beat Davidson. So they actually won 1 out of their final 3 games or 2 out of their final 6 games. But they had a very, very, very tough year. You know, they are a 6-win program. But the 6 wins that they did win, they're capable to knock down some quality teams. And it shows. They beat Bradley at home. They beat UConn on the road, which is a very tough place to play. They beat William & Mary. They beat Penn on a neutral site. They beat Davidson and Fordham as well. All right. Now, they drew George Mason. George Mason beat them 62-55 on the road February 22nd. Taking a look at George Mason, guys, the Patriots, 16-15 on the year. They only went 5-13 in conference play. George Mason had a fantastic start to the year, going 11-1 with their only loss was a 23-point loss on the road to Maryland. Other than that, they started out the year absolutely perfect, and then they got into conference play. After losing to TCU, they started out conference play against VCU, and they just absolutely had a tough time. This is a 5-win program in conference play with wins over Fordham, St. Joseph's, VCU, Massachusetts, and LaSalle. Okay, so it's not a team that ran through the Atlantic 10 Conference by any means. They've got 13 losses to their 5 wins. Taking a look at both teams side by side. First of all, there's a lot of red for both sides. All right, there's a lot of red for both sides here. Ruben, what is the latest we could donate to qualify for the premium plays? You could donate at any time, but in order to be able to get premium plays to really benefit, I would say 6 p.m. Eastern time would be your best bet. Now, there is a chance if you're on our premium plays, there is a chance that we're going to be adding an additional NBA play to it for later on this evening as well. But the sooner you sign up, the more plays you'll have access to. Taking a look at St. Joseph's, guys, 46.2% from the field, 19.1% turnover rate, 25.4% offensive rebounds, 28.4% shooting from out deep. A very poor 3-point shooting team, 49.8% conversion of all their 2-point plays. They convert 70% from the charity stripe. George Mason, they turn over the ball at a high rate of 21.4%. However, their offensive rebounds are absolutely perfect. Number 2 in the Atlantic 10 Conference with offensive rebounds, 31.4%. There we go. Somebody turned off their... I got my window open. It's raining. It's nice. And last thing we want to hear is an alarm. George Mason, the number 2 offensive rebounding team there in the Atlantic 10 Conference with a offensive rebounding rate of 31.2%. 3-point conversion just under 30%. When it comes to the 2-point plays, just under 49%. They're a 69% free throw shooting team. George Mason does get the advantage when it comes to the 2-foul participation, though. They're in it just 12% of the time. St. Joseph's in it just a hair under 30% of the time as well. Both go to the bench for over 25% of the total minutes. Height advantage is over 1.5 inches height advantage on average for every player coming out of St. Joseph's. They are definitely the bigger team. Point distribution is very lopsided when it comes to the 3-ball versus the 2-point play. Okay, St. Joseph's is a very poor 3-point shooting team, yet they rely on the 3-ball for over 37% of their total minutes played. Okay, or excuse me, total points scored, not minutes played. 37% of their total points scored on every game on average comes from out deep. This same stat is 26.8 for a George Mason team that shoots the ball a little bit better from out deep than St. Joseph's, but still very poor. All right. Other than that, The big difference is for George Mason, they rely on that two-pointer every jump shot, layup, and dunk for 53.5% of their total points. So St. Joseph's is cold, which they generally are from out deep, at 28.4%. They definitely struggle to put points up on the board. Okay, as far as this game goes, we have a play on the side of this game, so I don't have an opinion on the side. But as far as the total goes, as far as the total on this one goes, I do have an opinion on the total. I think 142.5 is a little high. That line continues to drop. I liked it at 144 last night. If we would have put out the play last night, I probably would have taken the under 144 as one of my plays. But I missed the boat on it. It's already down a full 1.5, which I don't think is a big difference. But obviously 144 to 142.5 is still a difference. You know, and at the Westgate has that 142.5, and it's as low as 141.5 at Caesars and Bovada. Okay, so if you shop around, you can find 142.5 still. I do lean towards the under. All right, I do lean towards the under 142.5 in this one. So we'll write down this one. Max says Miami finally starting to play good basketball. We've been waiting for a couple years for Miami to start playing some good basketball. They've had some shining moments, but for the most part, the Hurricanes have been lackluster the last 4 or 5 years. Second half line, for everybody that doesn't know, well, first of all, that line on this game was Clemson laying 4.5, closing number. Now, second half line is Miami catching 4 second half. They have a 2-point lead, so the actual corrected line would actually be Clemson laying 2 in this game. Let's see here. That's on 5 dimes. You can get plus 4.5 minus $1.22 or plus 5 at minus 135 as well. Give me one quick second here. Okay, and then we're going to do another game. Let's jump right into another game, folks. We're going to go right down the list. We're going to take a look at the Pitt and NC State game next. That will be the very next game that we break down for everybody. Pitt and NC State is coming up next. Thank you, Striker. I appreciate that, Tom. 2-0 yesterday on my personal plays was a nice day. Thank you to the newest people donating. Rom, thank you. Thank you for making a generous donation to the Navy SEAL Foundation. Chido, thanks for making a donation to the Navy SEAL Foundation as well. Folks, we are over 50 donations going strong right now. I believe we're at 51 or 52 donations. My goal is always to get over 100 donations. That way, we raise at least $1,500 minimum for the Navy SEAL Foundation. And I'd love to, we're already over 50, and it's 9:50 in the morning. So hopefully, I probably should have did a better promoting it. That way, awareness that it was going to happen. But I wasn't sure it was going to happen or not until it did. So, give me one quick second, folks. I do have to activate. And guys and gals, when you do make a donation, make sure that you follow the instructions in the email or on the website. Alrighty, Thank you, Trace, for your generous donation. I am activating your account right now. Your account for the Navy SEAL Foundation is activated. And again, if you want to get our premium plays today, absolutely free, just like it says on the screen. Anybody that makes a $15 donation or more to the Navy SEAL Foundation, you will receive today's premium plays on the house. All of today's premium plays, not just one, but all of today's one, absolutely free. All you have to do is go to our website, cappersdirect.com. In the upper right-hand corner, you will see the Donate tab. Click that Donate tab. You get to fill in your donation amount. The minimum is $15. $15 is the minimum. Put in your donation amount. There's no max to what you could donate. You want to donate 100? Donate 100. You want to donate 1,000? Donate 1,000. You want to donate 10,000? By all means, make a donation. It all goes to them, and you will receive instant access to our premium plays. And then you're on your way to winning, and we will take care of you as if you were one of our paying clients, because you are a client. So let's have some fun. Let's make some money. Let's raise some money for an amazing cause. And if you guys don't know anything about the Navy SEAL Foundation, let me tell you. First of all, this is one first-class organization. Their score and their rank out of Charity Navigator is a 4 out of 4. 4 stars out of 4. They get a 100 score of 100 out of 100. The Navy SEAL Foundation's mission is to provide educational, motivational support, promote health and welfare programs for the Navy Special Warfare community, and perpetuate the history and heritage of the U.S. Naval Commandos. These guys do more for our Special Warfare community, Navy SEALs, SWCC, than almost any org out there. They provide immediate and ongoing support and assistance to the Navy Special Warfare community and its families of the fallen, as well as the ones that are coming home. If you guys remember, we do have a viewer and a customer of mine, a good customer of mine, who was still active duty and still in the Navy Special Warfare. He used to comment in here all the time. And when he gets out, he's eligible for a service dog through the Navy SEAL Foundation. It's just one of the small things that they do. So when we raise money for an amazing organization like this, it's definitely for an amazing cause. So if you guys are willing, we're willing to give back with today's premium plays. Mr. Parker, thank you for jumping on board our donation day as well. Thank you for your generous donation. Mr. Brewer, thank you for your generous donation as well. I think that puts us at 53 or 54 donations and going strong. Alrighty, so with that being said, next game day breakdown coming up. And you guys are going to hear me say that over and over and over, because obviously I'm definitely trying to raise more money for them than we've ever done before. And hopefully we're able to do that, which I think we will. I think we'll be able to raise more money for them today than we ever have. All right, so next game day breakdown coming up for everybody. Next game day breakdown coming up is if I can ever find it, that good old Pittsburgh and NC State game. This one's at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. For everybody that doesn't know, you can watch this one on ESPN. much like you can watch the Miami game right now on ESPN. Well, it's halftime. I will be honest. Miami +4 second half is definitely attractive. I was just looking at it. However, you could have got them at +4.5 for the entire game. They're up by 2 at the half. So if you take the second half line, you're actually only getting them at +2 for the full game, basically. And that's not as attractive. So I missed the boat on that one. Alrighty, so taking a look at Pitt, guys. The Panthers 16-6 on the year. They did beat Wake Forest yesterday at 81-72 to advance to face NC State today. They ended up the regular season losing 7 straight games in the ACC, guys. Losing to Clemson, Virginia Tech, Florida State, Virginia, Syracuse, NC State by 4, 77-73, who they're facing today, and Georgia Tech 73-57. Taking a look at NC State, guys, 19-12 on the year for the Wolfpack, 10-10 in the ACC conference play. They had a little lackluster second half of the season, mainly conference play. All right, before they started conference play, well, they started conference play at the beginning of the season, the very first game, and they lost to Georgia Tech. But you take out their first 2 conference play games, which happened in the month of November and December against Georgia Tech and Wake Forest. You take that out of the equation, before they really got into the thick of all conference play, they ended up going 9-2. They ended up going 9-2. And then they started the thick of conference play 1-1. And then it just went downhill from there. All right, they went downhill from there. And they ended up going 9-9 their last 18 games. And a lot of win 1, lose 1, win 3, lose 3, win 2, lose 1, win 1, lose 2. So, back and forth. So, but they did win their, 2 out of their last 3 games, beating Pitt 77-73, who they're going to face today. They lost to Duke by 19, and then they just beat Wake Forest by 20 last Friday to end their conference play. Taking a look at the line on this one. If you're looking for the line, it's game 633, 634. NC State opened up as a 4.5-point favorite. The line has moved. It's up to 5 now. Okay? Total opened up at 137. It's anywhere from 139 to 139.5. Taking a look at the side-by-side comparison of both programs. Side-by-side, first of all, Pitt, guys, their offense definitely lacks in a few categories. Not offensive rebounds. They do it quite well, 31.1%. They get more offensive rebounds on average per game than NC State today as well. They turn over the ball at a rate of 18%, which is pretty much middle of the pack for the ACC. They're hitting 43.5%, so 43.5% from the field, a low number there. Converting three-pointers at a rate of 30.3%, not 33, 30.3%. 42.5% of all their two-point plays, a very lackluster performance in that category. But they do knock down 71% of their free throws from the charity stripe. All right, NC State, they hit 49.1% from the field. They turn over the ball at a rate of 17.2% when they have the ball on offense. They convert 31.4% from out deep, 50.2% of all their jump shots, layups, and dunks. And they're converting 71.6% from the charity stripe. When it comes to 2 foul participation, slight edge for NC State, but not much. There's not much of an edge. Okay, NC State's in at 15.7% of the time. Pitt is in at 24.8%. So Pitt's right on that cusp of when it really starts to matter. Okay, 20 to 25% is really where we start to see it matter. Anything above 30, we start to really see an impact. So as far as that one goes, slight advantage for NC State, not much. As far as this one goes, I do not have a play on this game. Okay, I do not have a play on this game. I do lean towards NC State. I liked it at 4.5 a lot better than I do at 5. The way Pitt played yesterday has me a little bit leery. Okay, Pitt played excellent over the against Wake Forest, although Wake is Wake. I thought they'd play a little bit better than they did, but they didn't. So I do lean towards NC State, but I'm a little on the the gun shy side for the fact that Pitt, a team that lost 7 straight, lost 10 out of their last 12 games, only beating the Hurricanes and Georgia Tech. They came out and they absolutely played flawless against Wake, hung in tough in the first half, and pulled away towards the end of the second half when they needed it the most. So, they definitely played well yesterday. With NC State not having a game since last Friday. They've had 5 days off. 5 days is not a big layoff. 5 days is not a big layoff, but it's a fairly decent layoff for an NC State team. You can see their performance between the Miami game and the Syracuse game. I think there was 6 days separation. They struggled to pull away from Syracuse. They had a nice lead at the a little lead at the end of the first half. I think they were up 39-35, so they had a 4-point lead there, and they couldn't do anything to pull away second half. First 10 minutes of the second half, they came out flat. They were outshot 25-17 in that game. Luckily, they woke up in the second half and the end of the second half and retook their lead and outshot Syracuse 23-14 in the final 10 minutes of that game, and they ended up winning by 5. So NC State has a pattern of that when they have a 5-6 day layoff. But I do lean towards them. They're definitely the better team. I honestly think that the coaching matchup as well. I think Kevin Keats is a better coach than Jeff Capel III, in my personal opinion. I think the coaching matchup definitely goes to NC State. The talent matchup goes to NC State. Height advantage, no real height advantage. Both go to the bench. A low amount, 23% for Pitt, 27% for NC State. So I do lean towards NC State in this scenario. As far as the total already being up to 139 in this contest, I think the total gets close. I know it got to 150 in their last game. Motivation is a factor, Sean, Robert, for nearly every team, especially here. There's a lot of pressure on these kids. It doesn't matter if they're the Kansas or they're the Oregon Ducks, in the Pac-12. They're already in the tournament. There's still a lot of pressure for them to win their conference tournament as well. So you got to remember, it's college. They're not done at the teaching level, in my opinion, especially when you get a great coach. It doesn't matter. A lot of these kids that are freshmen, sophomores, don't have big game experience. So these are their big game experience before the dance, before it really matters. So it doesn't matter if it's Kansas, Duke, Virginia, or a quality team like the Oregon Ducks or the Gonzaga team. As you saw yesterday, they're already in the dance. They're going to play hard. But when you get a bubble team, most definitely, you throw in the extra edge. That, they don't want to lose. They need a good showing. They need to go as far as they can. But, for that aspect, I think every team wants to win. I think every one of these kids want to win. It's not the LeBron James, where they don't care because they're getting paid and their paycheck is going to come after the game no matter what. So I don't factor that much into it because I think all the kids want to play. So I do lean towards, as far as the total on this one, I do lean towards the over. But it being up 2 full points, I'm not a big fan of it. But a small lean. I mean, real small lane. Over 139. I think we missed the boat at 137. So, now if this was an NBA tournament, if they had a tournament in the NBA, I'd say the players don't give a shit. They're going to get their paycheck. They're going to get their paycheck. Now, it being college, these kids are not getting paid. These kids want to play. Because for a lot of these kids, when they're done, they're done. They're not playing again. Joe D with the knowledge drop. Never want to lose, whether you're the number 1 seed or trying to pull off the upset. No doubt about it. Where's Fast Freddy? Fast Freddy is a former collegiate basketball player that watches our show. He could even answer that as well if Fast Freddy's watching. Izzy, thank you, sir. Glad to see you jumping on board and watching the videos. Thank you. Thank you for your generous donation to the Navy SEAL Foundation. Tim, thank you for your generous donation to the Navy SEAL Foundation. Mr. Gore, thank you, sir, for your generous donation to the Navy SEAL Foundation as well. We're getting close to the 60 donation mark. We're getting close. I think we're at 55 or 56 donations done, which is awesome. We're getting close to that first 1K. Alrighty. So, time for another game day breakdown. Time for another game day breakdown. And again, we're going to try and hit them all, which I know we can't do. So we're going to try and hit the early ones and then the most important ones. All right? The early ones and then the most important ones after that. We're going to do the Idaho and Southern Utah game. Idaho and Southern Utah coming up next. The thrill factor in the Big Sky tournament, probably not that great. Southern Utah laying the big number today, folks. If you are looking for the game number for this one, you don't have to go too far. It's the second game on the board. 627, 628. Southern U, who has made us some money, like yesterday, beating Alabama State. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 quick second. Up by 2. Alrighty. Aaron says, thanks for all the Cappers, for all Cappers Direct and you do in support of our vets. It's my pleasure. It is my absolute pleasure. Miami going cold shooting the first 6 minutes of the second half. All right, game 627, 628. Southern U opening up as an 11.5 point favorite. They're now favored by 12.5 against Idaho, guys, catching 12.5 in this contest in Boise, Idaho. Total opened up at 136.5. It's up to 137. I do see as high as 137.5. No, Idaho is not technically the home team. They're not playing in their home arena. They're playing in the CenturyLink Arena, folks. So for everybody that doesn't know, Idaho University plays there in the Cowan Spectrum. All right, so they might be in the state of Idaho, but they're not in their own home arena. Idaho, guys, the Vandals 8-23 on the year. In conference play, they went just 4-16, winning just 1 out of their final 7 games. They beat Idaho State 80-76. Now, they've already played Southern Utah. All right, they played Southern Utah back on January 27th. They lost 73-45 and an absolute ass kicking. All right, and an absolute ass kicking. Take a look at Southern Utah, 16-15 on the year for the Thunderbirds. They ended up a respectable 9-11 in conference play. They had a very bad middle to the end of February. Their second half of February was a straight disaster, starting with their loss against Sacramento State, then Northern Arizona, then Northern Colorado, Weber State, and Eastern Washington smashed them. If you guys remember, we were all over Eastern Washington in that game. So, in this game, guys, Southern Utah, we've bet on them, we've bet against them. We've made a ton of money with this team, fading them and rolling the dice with them. Okay, they've won 2 out of their last 3 games. They beat Idaho and Montana. Montana win was a road win that went to OT. Ended up beating them 85-80 in an overtime game. They did lose to Montana State 73-65 on the road on the 5th of March as well. When you start diving in depth into both of these programs, first of all, Idaho's offense, based on the conference that they play, even though it shows up as one of the worst, their numbers are very similar to middle of the pack numbers. I mean, they're only off by a couple percent, which is not that big of a difference. So, taking a look, guys, Idaho, 47.9% from the field. They turn the ball over at a high rate, an extreme high rate at 21.4%. This is one of the stats why their offense is ranked so low in their conference. Offensive rebounds, 25.4, middle of the pack average number right there. 35.9% shooting from out deep. A quality 3-ball shooting team. Division I average is only 33.3%. So they're actually 2.5% above the Division I average. Now, converting all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk, 46.1%. Very poor shooting. All right, and unfortunately for them, Southern Utah's defense is number 1 in their conference, holding teams to 45.2% shooting of all their 2-point plays. They're also the number 2 defense when it comes to defending the 3-ball as well. So Idaho is definitely going to have a tall task shooting the ball. They only hit 68% from the charity stripe as well. Take a look at Southern Utah, guys. 49.4% from the field. Turnover rate, a low 17.7%. Well below the Division I average. Offensive rebounds are a little on the low side, 25.2% of all the rebounds will be offensive rebounds. They do hit 49.2% of all their 2-point plays, as well as 73.5% from the charity stripe. Quality free throw shooting team. Taking a look at 2-foul participation. No advantage one way or another for either team. Both participate, but on a very small scale. Just under 14% for Southern U, 17.5% for Idaho, so not a big factor there. Over an 1.5-inch height advantage on average per player coming out of Idaho. So out of Southern U gets the height advantage. Both go to the bench over 30%, 32.5% of their minutes played by bench personnel for Southern U, and a little over 40%, just under 41% for Idaho. So as far as this game goes, I like Southern U. I like the fact that they're playing exceptionally well. They've already beat Idaho. They beat them by 32 points. On their own home court, granted. And it was coming off a monster 5-game losing streak. The fact that Idaho has lost 6 out of their last 7 games. They did have that 4-point victory over Idaho State, who Southern Utah beat not once but twice this year by 5 in their second meeting, 16 in their first meeting. But I'm a little leery with the 12.5. Now, they have the making to blow them out and win by 30 again. Neutral site game, they have the making to win by 30 again. I'm leery of the 12.5 Southern Utah's defense should be able to get the job done. Their offenses are not that far apart, with the exception of the turnovers and the poor two-point shooting. Their offenses are not separated by that much. Pace of play, 0.4 of a second different. Southern Utah, the slightly faster team. Not by much, though. While I do lean towards Southern Utah laying the 12.5, it is a very small lean. I mean, a very small lean. Now, if this line was around the 9 to 9.5, I'd probably jump on him and I would have made him a personal play. Made a lot of money betting on Southern U and fading him. So this is definitely a program that we follow, and we've made a lot of money knowing a lot about the Thunderbirds. You know, I look for Harrison Butler to have a great game. John Knight should have a great game. Fawcett should have a quality game as well. And they're going to need him. Dre Marine is going to have an exceptional game if they're going to cover the 12.5. They'll have to stay out of foul trouble, and they'll have to do their magic. But 12.5 scares me. That's why it's just a lean. As far as the total goes, I know a lot of bookmakers that are expecting this game to go under. But I don't agree with it. I think that goes over the total 137. But again, just like in the game where we had yesterday, the Hofstra game, I think the total is decided by a basket or two. So while I lean towards the over 137, thinking that it may go 137 to 141, we may get exactly what happened yesterday in that Hofstra game, and it's decided by a basket or two towards the under. So I do lean towards the over. But I think it's so close that it's not worth me putting any money on. I don't think it's worth me putting any money on. Robert asks, would you take a 5-point teaser and pair Southern Utah with another game? Well, you do that. Even if it covers, now you're hoping and praying the other one covers as well. So, no, I probably wouldn't. I would probably just wait and find a better game. Mauricio says, Kyle already donated to the Navy SEAL Foundation. Great thing that you do. I'm already on the premium plays. Can I get your personal plays? No, unfortunately. It's just for the premium plays. But we do thank you very much for your generous donation to an amazing cause. I do see that, Jeff. CBI, College Basketball Invitational Tournament, canceled due to coronavirus threat. This is actually getting out of hand. This is ridiculous. I actually feel horrible for a lot of these kids that are going to get shafted. They're not going to make the big dance. And this is their only opportunity to continue on their playing career. Sean says, I think Southern Utah goes over, but the game total is hard call because Idaho might not score much. They always have that possibility. We have that big possibility, no doubt about it. And again, that's one of the reasons that definitely scares me. Miami getting outplayed in the second half. And getting outworked. Down by 4. 10 minutes to go in the game. Clemson playing tough. Clemson playing tough. Alrighty. Next game day breakdown coming. And again, for everybody that donates, if you're already on premium plays, feel free to donate if you would like. It all goes to an amazing cause, and you help out an amazing group who helps out amazing people. Tom, thank you for your generous donation. Mauricio, thank you for your generous donation as well. That is getting us that much closer to the 60th donation. I think that is the 58th, 57 and 58th donation. So we're getting much closer. Which is always awesome. Max says in Europe, the bookie never gives us a +3 or +4, always a damn half a point, even in American sports. TJ Wavy says, Kyle, can you briefly talk about what are teasers, please? I'm trying to become more knowledgeable about betting. Absolutely. Absolutely. So what a teaser is depending on where you bet, if it's in the casino or it's through an offshore book like Five Dimes, or maybe you have a local guy, they might offer teasers. What a teaser is it's a multi-game bet, meaning that like a parlay, you have to bet more than one, minimum 2, and you can go up to, I don't know, 20-team teasers, depending on which book. The odds don't pay as good as 1-to-1, but you get the line lower. Whereas if you take if you were to do a teaser on the last 2 leans that we gave out, Southern Utah -12.5 and the over 137, what it is you're basically getting the line at a lower number. They have different point teasers, 3-point teasers, 5-point teasers, 8-point teasers, 10-point teasers. The more you tease it down, the worse the odds are going to pay you. So if I log into Five Dimes, just for example, and I go to teasers, it gives me plenty of options. I can do a 4-point basketball teaser, meaning that we're going to buy the line down 4 points. That pays +107 for a 2-team teaser. So if you did a 5-point teaser, that is -110 for a 2-teamer. So if I'm on Five Dimes and the 2 leans that we just gave out, Southern Utah -12.5 and the over 137. If I was to tease those as a 5-point teaser, the line that we would get on them would be, as a 5-point teaser, you can get Southern Utah -7.5 and the over 132.5. Now, it's basically like a parlay. You have to win both or you lose. There's such things as ties reduce, meaning if you tie on one, it reduces the teaser amount. And then there's another one you have to be careful. The most common one is ties lose. If you tie, you lose. If you tie one of them, you lose. You push on one, you lose. So while they do have a place, I do consider them much like a parlay. Harder to hit because there's multiple ones. And the odds are definitely in favor of the book. However, you can definitely make money betting them. How many books do I use? I've got multiple books. Well, I've got one local guy in Vegas. I've got a 5 Dimes account that I use for betting all my UFC stuff. I've got the MGM mobile betting app. So I've got an account there. I've got an account at the Westgate. I've got an account with Caesars. I've got the Stations app, which I have money in it, but I don't really use it unless they're just got a much quality, better line. So multiple books. I shop around. I mean, excuse my language to the ladies out there, but I'm a line whore. I'm going to shop around and I'm going to get the best line because I have that. I don't think you're doing it correctly. Alrighty. DJ Wade, bro, thank you, bro. You really take care of us no matter win or lose percentages, even though you have one of the best. I use 5 Dimes too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shane says teasers are only good in certain situations. Don't plan on getting rich doing them. They are for fun. I do agree. I do agree. George Mason out to an early lead. Not a big one, but out to an early lead nonetheless. Up by 5, 18-13 with 8 minutes to go in the first half. I do think that the CBI being canceled is not a good thing. Not a good thing. It's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Alrighty. Time for another game day breakdown. We're going to jump right in to the 3 p.m. game, Utah and Oregon State. We're a little on the slow side as far as getting as many breakdowns as I'd like to. We got 3 done so far. And yes, what's on the screen is correct. Not only are we doing... Yes, we definitely have the big super sale going on. Get a week of premium plays or a week of my personal plays for just $99 on sale. You can buy it as many times as you want. So if you want 2 weeks, buy it twice. If you want 3 weeks, buy it 3 times. Absolutely awesome. You can buy both. So if you want premium plays and my personal plays for a week, buy each of them once. If you want them twice, buy them twice. You get instant access to the plays. If you're on my personal plays, I haven't sent them out yet. I will be sending them out as soon as we're off the live show. But we're also doing the big donation day. All right, donating to the Navy SEAL Foundation, where you can get today's premium plays absolutely free. If you want to try us out, if you've ever been with us before, then you know what we're about. Okay, we take care of all of our clients. If you have never been with us before, I can't stress this enough. Then right now. You get all of our premium plays for the day. All you have to do is a minimum of a $15 donation. You can join the other 55 plus people that have already donated to an amazing cause in the Navy SEAL Foundation, who provides immediate and ongoing support and assistance to the Navy Special Warfare community and its families, active duty, retired, and the fallen. You just go to our website, cappersdirect.com, click on the donate tab in the top right-hand corner. At around 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. Pacific time, that donate tab will be gone, and our donation program will have ended. and we'll do it again down the road in the future again. We've done this many times. It is one of our biggest hits. I just posted a link to it where you can click on it and you can go make your donation right there. If you're already on Premium Plays, don't feel like you have to, but you can definitely donate as well. It's not gonna, if you're already on Premium Plays, you're just donating to an amazing cause. 100% of it will go to them, and it's an absolute amazing cause that's close to home that I definitely enjoy donating to and participating. So if you haven't already done so, go get on that. That way you can get our Premium Plays absolutely free today. Just think, if everybody that watches the live show comes and donates to the Navy SEAL Foundation, we're going to raise a lot of money for an amazing cause. And we're going to make people even more money because they're going to be taking money from their books. So basically, your bookie will be paying for your donation and putting even more money in your pocket. And you'll be doing an even better cause. Alrighty. So with that being said, let's get another game day breakdown rolling. Next one up on. And for everybody that doesn't know, we will be live again at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 Pacific, for even more game day breakdowns. Even more game day breakdowns coming up at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Already been live for a little over 90 minutes. We got a on-time start today. We'll be on time for the 5 p.m. Eastern Time show as well. And as Mauricio said, hit that thumbs up, folks. If you ain't going to do it for me, do it for the donation day. If you're not going to do it for me, do it for the donation day. And let's have a good time. And if you want to know how to donate, read the description in the video down below or just go to our website. If you go to our website, it's on the front of our website, or just hit that donate tab. Alrighty. George Mason up by 5, 4 minutes to go. Make that up by 2. After St. Joe's sinks a big, deep 3. All right, guys, Utah 16-14 on the year for the Utes. They finished Pac-12 play 7-11. They drew Colorado. They drew Oregon State today, guys, who they lost to. They lost to on February 13th, 70-51. They also beat them 81-69 in their very first meeting back on January 2nd. They each won their own home game. All right, guys. Pac-12 tournament, if you guys do not know, does not take place anywhere other than Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. All right? So everybody's on a neutral site court. Oregon State, guys, 17-13 for the Beavers. Wayne Tinkle and his program ended up going 7-11 in conference play, winning their final 2 games, beating Stanford 68-65 and Cal 74-56. When you start taking a look at both teams' numbers, side-by-side comparison. Side-by-side comparison. Utah, 47.8% from the field. 31.2% conversion from out deep. 48.4% conversion of all their 2-point plays. Three-ball shooting team at 29. Number 1 free throw shooting team in the Pac-12, converting 78.2%. They turn over the ball a low 17.9% on offense, third lowest amount of turnovers in the Pac-12. Offensive rebound. Their defenses. Oregon State's defense is ranked last in the past 12. And Utah's defense is ranked 11th in the Pac-12. Both defenses very poor, giving up big numbers. Utah average range 50.4% of all 2-point deep, 50.4% of all 2-point plays. As far as two-foul participation go, Oregon State coming in at the 7%, 20% for Utah. So really null and void, no big difference here. Height advantage, no big difference. Both go to the bench for between 25 and 30% of the total minutes. Both do not rely on the three ball for a big amount. Video is choppy. All right. If you're watching on live stream, come join us on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook Live, come join us on YouTube. This should speed up the feed on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook Live, I do apologize, but you need to come over to youtube.com, type in Cappers Nation Live or Cappers Direct or Cappers Nation. Our video will pop up. Come join us on YouTube. So this should definitely help everybody. If you're having audio issues, just hit the refresh button. If you're having audio issues, just hit the refresh button. And again, if you haven't made your donation for the Navy SEAL Foundation, you better go do it. Do it, and let's have some fun. We haven't had any come in a while. So it's time you guys do it. And join everybody else if you haven't already done so. And don't worry, yes, you can donate twice, or 3 times, or 4 times. And if you are the one who donates the most, you will be getting a special added bonus. No, we will never call anybody out on how much their generous donation is, but we will definitely let, unless they want us to, we'll definitely let the winner know. And let's have some fun. Let's have some fun today. Miami all squared up 53 apiece. George Mason up 32-23. We did take the lean on the under 142.5 with 2:50 to go in the first. That is looking solid. Although it's 32-25. Although G. Mason is shooting free throws. Alrighty. Video feed is fine now. Good. Good. Alrighty. So as far as the Utah-Oregon State game goes, with that breakdown, because I never gave my opinion on that one. As far as that one goes, it's game 643, 644. Oregon State opening up as a 3-point favorite. Total opened up at 135.5. It's down to 133.5. As much as I want to say that I lean towards the under, I don't. Even though they have poor offensive numbers. Because these two teams have, I don't want to say they have poor offensive numbers. Based on the Pac-12, the Pac-12 is a very quality shooting conference. Okay? So, while Utah's offense is ranked 8th in the Pac-12, it's ranked 108th overall in Division I. While Oregon State's offense may be ranked 4th in the Pac-12, they're ranked 41st in Division I based on adjusted efficiencies. The quality of opponent in the Pac-12, they are quality shooting teams, so their numbers are a lot higher. So, them shooting 31.2% from out deep, 48.4% from 2-point range. And while 72.3% free throw shooting for Utah State might be 6th best in the Pac-12, those numbers have Utah as the 189th best 3-point shooting team, the 70th best at converting a 2-point play, and the 95th best free free throw shooting team. So based on overall numbers throughout Division I, the Pac-12's numbers are not that bad. Now the defense, whole different story. I don't think defenses prevail here because both Utah and Oregon State really don't play a defense. So with this one, I do lean towards the over, 133.5. However, disclaimer, this game starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 Pacific. So this game starts in an hour and 19 minutes. I would wait a little bit more. The line's dropping. Okay? It opened up at 135.5. It's down to 133.5. I'm going to guess and take a stab, and we're going to take a look, but I think every swinging Tom, Dick, and Harry and their mama are all on the under, or all on the over. Or excuse me, all on the under. They are. 66% are on the under, 34% are on the over. So while I do lean towards the over, everybody else is pounding the under, so let's just wait a little longer. We might get a better line. George Mason up 38-27 at the half. We'll take that one. So I do lean towards the over in this one, but it being down to 133.5, I would wait a little bit. Okay, I would wait a little bit. I know we got an hour and 19 minutes. You might get 133. All right, you might get 133 on this one. Did give out the lean on 142.5 on the under in the George Mason game. That one is looking strong. As well as George Mason looking strong. Being a 5-point favorite. Up by 11 at the half. We will definitely take that as a start. Randy G says, got here late. Have you broken down any Big Ten? As far as what you missed, we gave breakdowns on the St. Joe's and George Mason game, NC State and Pitt game, Southern U and Idaho, and just the Utah and Oregon State game. Now, I do have to get off the live feed here shortly. But we're going to do another game day breakdown. Now, we're going to be back at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 Pacific. When we get back, we'll be live immediately. Danny D-Rock, have I broken down the Players' Championship? No, but we'll make it easy. Take Rory. Take Rory at plus 700. And Dustin Johnson at plus 1750. Did he just say Dustin Johnson? Yes, sir, he did. Hodges Lawn Care, what's going on? And again, if you guys are new to our YouTube channel, man, the rain is coming down. It's beautiful out. If you guys are new to our YouTube channel, first of all, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, tap that little bell. Why? And this is the reason why. You'll be notified every single time we drop a video. Doesn't matter if it's our daily free play video, which we put out a great NBA free play in for you guys today, or when we go live like this. We go live 2 times a day. You'll be notified. We go live noon Eastern and then 5 p.m. Eastern, our second show. We're getting ready to wrap up our first show, but our second show will be at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We're breaking down college basketball all day, every day, 2 times a day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday between now and the end of the tournament. So hit that subscribe button, and then when you're done with that, give us that big thumbs up in the video. If you're in your mobile device, X out of the live chat. Hit the X button, X out of the live chat. That way you can see the thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. All right? You guys get me a bunch of thumbs up between now and the next live show. We'll be giving away more packages tomorrow. But in the meantime, we're giving everybody our entire card of premium plays today. Actually, I want to give everybody our premium plays today. All of them. Hodges Lawn Care, thanks for that subscribing. YouTube actually just let me know that you did subscribe. Thank you. I want to give everybody our entire card of premium plays. If you want our premium plays, you can join the nearly 60 other people that have already made a donation. It's called Donation Day today, as it says on the screen. We're raising money for an amazing cause. If you don't know, it's the Navy SEAL Foundation, which provides immediate and ongoing support and assistance to the Navy Special Warfare community and its families, active duty, helping them get the proper rehabilitation that they need so that our spec warfare sailors and soldiers can get back to active duty as soon as possible, providing assistance to the families and our sailors from the spec warfare when they get out, as well as the families of the fallen, helping provide child care, after school programs, summer camp for the children of the Navy SEALs and other special warfare communities, as well as service dogs for individuals that get out with PTSD. Amazing, amazing, amazing program. I mean, I could talk on and on and on about them, and I'm super excited to be able to partner up with them and raise money for them, especially as a former sailor myself. This is one of their t-shirts. You can buy this right on their website. All you have to do is make a $15 donation, a minimum of $15. You could donate $1,500, $15,000, or $15, and you're all going to get the same thing. You're going to get today's premium plays absolutely free. You're also going to get the Capper's Direct Difference, which is our personal experience. You're going to get that promise we make to all of our paying clients, that if you don't make money, we will take care of you. So bet all of our premium plays consistently, and you'll make money. Or we'll take care of you until you do. But what you're doing is an amazing cause, raising money for the Navy SEAL Foundation, and helping them out. So all you have to do is head to our website, cappersdirect.com. Click on the Donate tab in the upper right-hand corner. We made it super simple for you guys. You no longer got to take a screenshot of your receipt, email it to me, or call me, email me, and all of that stuff. Nope. Go to our website, click on the Donate tab, put in your donation amount, minimum of $15, maximum of whatever you want, and you get instant access to the premium plays that are posted on the site. And whoever is the biggest donator during this is going to receive a special bonus. Hodges Lawn Care, PayPal, all I have. Unfortunately, we don't take PayPal, especially for the donations. Alrighty, see you later. Peter or whoever. But anyways, we'd love to have you donate if you'd like to. But unfortunately, we don't take PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, and JCB for our international clients over in Asia. It's 100% safe, secure. So Hodges, if you have a prepaid card, you can go get a prepaid card. Just make sure it's registered with a zip code. Debit card. We don't have access to your information. It's all safe, secure through our payment processor. 100% secure and all of that good stuff. And then you'll get all of our premium plays for today. Randy, see what is going on. Definitely my adopted stepson in the house. Brandon Bowie says, big line moving on NC State, moving up. Oh, back to the Utah and Oregon State game. I gave out the lean on the over. We didn't talk about the actual side of that game. As far as the Utes and Oregon State, they've already split out home games, okay? I lean towards the dog here. I lean towards the dog. I think Utah keeps it close. I think Utah is a live dog as well. I think the Utes, anytime they play Oregon State, is a live dog. The fact that they're plus 140 right now, taking a look at how Oregon State has played on the road, away from the Gill Coliseum, Oregon State guys has lost their last 4 games. They lost to Cal, Arizona, Arizona State, and Oregon. Obviously, 2 of those teams are real quality teams. They did beat Stanford on the road. They lost all their other games other than that. They have lost 6 out of their last 7 games away from the Gill Coliseum. They've lost 9 out of their last 11 games away from the Gill Coliseum. They've lost 11 out of 15 games this year away from the Gill Coliseum. Nicholas, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in, as well as everybody. Thank you for tuning in. So I do lean towards Utah plus the 3, and I think they're a live dog. I really do. I think Utah's a live dog this afternoon. Clemson rolling, 29.7 seconds left, shooting free throws. 1 more to shoot, up by 8. Clemson pulled away when it mattered the most. And again, remember, we are running our big sale, a week of premium plays or a week of my personal plays for just $99. And here's the thing. If you donate and you buy that 1 week today, your 1 week doesn't start until technically tomorrow. It doesn't start until technically tomorrow. Clemson definitely just got interesting. Up by 4, 14.5 to go. But Clemson's going to knock down their free throws. Clemson will probably knock down their free throws. I would think anyways. But you just never know. I mean, Clemson, they weren't the best when it came to free throws, 65%. So, I mean, there's a chance that, maybe they donk 2 off and they run down and shoot a 3. Although if they donk 2 off, I don't even think they need a 3. They just run down and make a quick layup. All right, I think we have time to squeeze in another game day breakdown before we end the first live show. And remember, we will be back Eastern time. 5 p.m. Eastern time, we'll be back for a second live show. So what we'll do is we'll do the Idaho State Northern Arizona game, because that one goes off a half hour before we're back. So the next breakdown, Idaho State Northern Arizona coming up next. Another Big Sky tournament game. Little N, what's going on? Says he likes Northern Arizona. I like. Shane says, wow, go Miami. Derek, thank you for your text, and also thank you for donating to the Navy SEAL Foundation. I know you are a long-term member, both my personal plays and premium plays. So it's always amazing when clients that are already getting premium plays will jump on board as well. Miami making it very interesting. Unfortunately. Oh, maybe fortunately. Hold on, shooting free throws. What a takeaway there. knocking down the first free throw. Miami down or missing the first. Did they miss it? I looked away. He missed it. Missed both. Wow, Miami just screwed that one up. Wow. Miami just threw away that opportunity. Golden opportunity. Tom, thank you, sir. Mr. Billings, thank you for jumping on board our donation day. Thank you for your generous donation. I know you're new to our website, so welcome, and glad to have you on board for our premium plays. Mr. Maving as well, thank you for your very generous donation to the Navy SEAL Foundation as well. Yeah, that is absolutely sickening. Miami missing both of their free throws. If you're on Miami, your heart is broken, especially if this ruling goes against them. Miami, a 76% free throw shooting team all year long, 78% in conference play, and they miss both free throws. Wow. Unbelievable. All right, folks, take a look at the next game. Idaho State, Northern Arizona goes down at monster line movement in the drop of the total down to 141 and a half. Not sure what's happening with the live stream there, but it cut out for a quick second. But we are here anyways. Clemson up by 5 final, Jeff says. Yes, sir, it is. Shane M says, Kyle, thoughts on teams playing at home with no fans? Take away the 3-point home advantage. I want to say yes, but they're allowing family of the players. If you're referring to the ones up in Ohio, they're allowing family of the players, so obviously it's not going to be as loud. But the only ones that'll be there will be family of the players, which I guess if the team travels well, then they're good. But no, maybe they're not a full 3-point advantage, for playing at home. If they have a tough, home court advantage anyways. I don't give a team 3 points just for playing at home anyways. Just depends on their home court advantage and their home court ranking score. But some of them it shouldn't make a difference. Some it might. But the fact that some teams had to travel and some don't. Some are sleeping in their own bed. Some are staying in a nice hotel. Might have a factor, just like it normally would. Players are pretty good at taking out the crowd anyways. All right, back to this next one. And again, if you want our premium plays, go make your donation to the Navy SEAL Foundation, and we will give them to you for free. All right? We are pushing over. Matter of fact, we have pushed over the 60 mark. We have reached over 60 donations so far. Absolutely awesome. Keep it up, folks, and we will break our record for donations. All right, so we went over the line on this one. Let's take a look at Idaho State, guys. 7-22 on the year. Can you say dumpster? Can you say fire? Can you add those two together, and can you say it fast? Dumpster fire. All right. They did win one of their last 3 games. They did beat Weber State 78-70 on the road. Believe it or not, they've won 3 times on the road. 3 of their 7 wins have came on the road. They did also beat Northern Arizona. Oh my Lord, they did beat NAU 71-67 back on January 11th. They also lost to them 88-87 in OT. They play this team tough. All right, guys. This game, for everybody that doesn't know, This game does take place at the CenturyLink Arena in Boise, Idaho. So while it's not the Holt Arena where Idaho State is used to playing, it's still in their backyard. NAU, the Lumberjacks, did travel for this one, 16-13 on the year, 10-10 in conference play. They're in the Big Sky Conference. They lost 3 out of their last 4 games. They lost to Eastern Washington, Montana State, and Portland State. They did beat Montana at home by 1 back on February 27th for their most recent win. Taking a look at how they play on the road when they travel, they have lost their last 2 road games. They've lost 3 out of their last 4 games away from the walk-up Sky Dome as well. Taking a look at the side-by-side numbers of both teams. First of all, Idaho State hitting 50% from the field. Quality shooting teams coming out of the Big Sky. That's actually the 7th best number from the field in the Big Sky at 50%. Some conferences, their best teams don't even shoot 50%. They hit 33.5% from out deep, 49.8% conversion of all their 2-point plays. They are a poor 68% free throw shooting team. That's the one downfall. Offensive rebound numbers, 3rd in the Big Sky at 29.4%. Limiting turnovers at 18.9%, which is the Division I average. All right, NAU, guys, 50.6% from the field, 35.2% from out deep conversion from 3-point range. They convert 49.5% of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. They are converting 70.5% from the charity stripe as well. 70.5% from the charity stripe. Limiting turnovers, they have the 4th least amount of turnovers in the Big Sky at 16.7%. Offensive rebounds, 27% of all the rebounds by NAU are from the offensive kind. Both go to the bench for 27% of the total minutes played by bench personnel. Advantage for Idaho State when it comes to the 2-foul participation. They're in it only 12% of the time, 29% for NAU. Height advantage, no real height advantage, roughly the same. Point distribution. NAU relies on that 3-ball a little bit more, 27.7% of the time. 27.7% of their total points will be from out deep. 24.8% for Idaho State in that same category. Where Idaho State differs is the free throws. They rely on a little bit more on the free throw. At 19.4% of their total points will be from the charity stripe. As far as this one goes, with Idaho State here as the dog, catching 4.5. All right, Bovada has them at 5. I like the dog here. Now, they each won a game. However, the one that Idaho State lost was an overtime by 1. The other game they won outright. They're catching 4.5 here. Taking a look, guys, at the numbers. Let me hit the refresh button because I want to see exactly the perfect scenario. 95% of the public and the sharps are all on NAU. 95% of the money's on NAU. This game does not start until 3:30. All right, or excuse me, 4:30. So I would definitely wait. I would definitely wait. A little bit later until it gets closer. With 95% of the money coming on NAU, I would expect this line to hit 5, maybe 5.5. It's already at 5 at Bovada. Everywhere else is 4.5. Okay, so I would wait. We might possibly see 5 or 5.5 in the next 2.5 hours. Okay, which is how much time we have. So I do like Idaho State plus the 4.5, and if we can get it higher, even better. Even better. So, just because they're 7-22 on the year and went 4-16 in conference play, they definitely have some close games. They already beat NAU. Their second loss to NAU was by 1. Everybody watch out. Little N is 14-0. All bow down and hail to Little N, 14-0. Alrighty. So there is that one. Remember, donation day. Also, if you want to pick up a week of our personal play or my personal plays or a week of our premium plays, they're on sale, just $99 for everybody. Just $99 on sale. You get 7 full days with our guarantee to make money, where we take care of you until you do. If you're on my personal plays, they'll be sent out in the next, I'll start sending them in the next 15, 20 minutes. So the next 30 to 45 minutes, everybody should have my personal plays for the day. And remember, donation day, if you want free premium plays, if you want all of our premium plays for free, go to our website, click on that donation tab, make a very generous donation, a minimum of $15, no maximum, $15 minimum donation to the Navy SEAL Foundation, which is an amazing cause. And we will, as a thank you, give you our premium plays absolutely free. Mr. Shaw, thank you for signing up, as well as making a very generous donation to the Navy SEAL Foundation. I know you're brand new to our website, so welcome. Let's have some fun. Let's make everybody some money. And if you guys donate, not only do you get our premium plays, but you get our guarantee. A guarantee to make money on today's plays as long as you're betting them all straight up, consistently, or we'll take care of you until you do. Okay? So there's that one. We'll be live again literally in less than 3 hours, guys. I do not have a free play ready for you in this live show. If I was to make one up, it technically wouldn't be a free play. If you want our premium plays, you got to donate. We'll have something for you guys during the second live show as well. Something good. Probably out of my personal play card, or maybe something like the New York Rangers plus 160. No, that's not one of our plays today in the NHL. That's what we played yesterday. So we'll try and have you guys something good. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Broke down a bunch of games. Gave out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different leans during the morning show. And we'll be back in 3 hours for the second show at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button right now. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you do not miss a beat. Hit that little bell button. That way you get notified each and every single time we drop content. You will be notified. All right, guys. We will be back in less than 3 short hours. Sharp on the button. We'll break down the Arizona game first, because that starts 30 minutes after we go live. All right, guys. Good luck. Always bet within your means. We will see you guys all in less than 3 hours. And again, go donate, get on board, and make yourself some money and raise money for an amazing cause. Take it easy, guys.